Yes, indeed. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Astralis versus Avantgarde. We're going to get this grand final underway. Inferno was the first map. Astralis is going to be starting on the T side, and also Avantgarde on the CT side. And best of 3 game coming up. Moses, now the game is live!
Astralis sending 3 players into Banana, and there's 3 defenders here as well. Buster far back in support, and Astralis. A typical boost to look for aggression, nothing coming quite yet, and a stalemate early on. Neither of these teams want to make that first mistake in these grand finals. Just ready and waiting. Kickert and Adren trying to find their timing. Pop flash over. Kickert's going to get the first action to CZ. It's got nothing. Avantgarde has nothing, and Astralis is cracked open towards this B-bomb site.
We talked a lot about that Astralis utility use already on the desk being mentioned, and you know it's true with HEs and a bunch of different things, but that one flashbang absolutely cracking open top Banana, and now that bomb is going to be going down. 5 versus 3, pretty much an impossible retake here. I have no idea how you could even dream of doing this. Sanji rushing through with a flashbang. He's going to turn around, getting a headshot. He gets one more kill before he's finally down. A godlike play from Sanji, and now it's a 2-on-2. They line up for Device, and he's not going to take anything coming from that side. A quick double, and Astralis will win it, but for a second it looked like they were about to do the impossible.
Right when Sanji pulls it back into it, Device is there to just shut it right back down. That double kill is heartbreaking because Avantgarde all of a sudden had to have felt like they had a real chance. This is so brilliant, especially for a young player on this kind of stage to get this level of a start. But if you're Avantgarde, that's what you don't want. You had the setup. You had 3 players at B. You wanted to fight for that control. That's the exact fight you were looking for, and you still can't win it. 1-0 for the Danes. And a full investment from defense. Upgraded pistols, 3 CZs, and there's that utility damage. Device down to 22. It is returned on the other side, though. And Buster and Kickert going to take some chip damage themselves.
Device is going to be giving up on that. Krieg at any point. Could give it to Glaive or any of the others. They all have head armor, of course. Kind of a must-buy thing now that you know that they could be picking up, SMGs or anything like that.
And Astralis is fine being patient right now. They want the utility to be used early on by the CT side. You could see 3 smokes remaining with just over a minute. And Astralis can start applying a little bit of pressure to force 1 or 2 out earlier. There's the follow-up at the B-bomb site. No smokes left on this part of the map.
The thing you obviously want to avoid here is walking into a stack. Don't want to be going into a bomb site where there's 3 or 5 people waiting. Better to try and spend a bit of time and sort of feel it out. And I think that's what Magisk is doing right now. Just getting a sense of, is anyone here? What's going on?
That, and you can see 1 flashbang used. That's information. That's something they don't have to worry about later on. So Magisk just firing up, just making the footsteps, has forced 1 extra piece of defense out. There's the follow-up, and Keiko chooses the wrong time. It's just Buster. P250, but Astralis still not committed. 18 seconds left, and with just the sole defender now gone, the rest of Avantgarde has to save.
When the first target you have to fight with a weapon like that is jumping, it's generally quite hard to do anything, because even if you were really quick and you manage to adjust and sort of get the headshot mid-air, it doesn't matter, because he's already so far sort of out in that angle that there are just going to be more people coming in behind. So if you're the first guy into a bomb site like that, and you generally, if you can get that jump timing right, that can be a pretty powerful setup. Ooh, Sanji though actually making a lot of money. Remember the kill reward for that SMG is $600, unlike the pistols, you're down to 300. So that's a huge difference. Him just picking up a lot of money in the bank, and everything matters. Most especially when you're playing on the CT side of Inferno, where you need smokes, molotovs, all those expensive grenades to block off all the choke points. It's a huge part of the meta game right now.
And that's going to be such a big factor. Avantgarde is going to have to do a better job of holding their nerve once the guns come out, once the gun rounds get underway. You could see those pop flashes from the CT spawn choke point, those are too early. It's just 1 player challenging and making noise. You need to hold them for a little bit longer, and obviously that is a very tough thing to do against Astralis.
Could even be that Sanji, with that kind of a bank, he could drop the ult for Jane earlier than maybe they would have normally been able to. So that's a choice that they have to make. Do they want the early sniper rifle, or do they want all the grenades, basically? I think that could be a choice that they'll have to make in a couple of rounds, or in the next round, really. They still have a lot to fight with here, so Astralis have to be careful. 3 armors, and Sanji's at it again. He's making money all the time.
Well, he's just playing like a god to start this out. 6 kills already and 1 death. What a performance and what a shutdown of Dupree. Glaive is going to swap out for the AK-47, and Astralis might be forced to at least look towards Banana. Glaive and Device